And welcome back, everybody. I want to say that I apologize for the very, very long wait. We had a little bit of a difficult time reconnect. Well, the PlayStation had a difficult time connecting to the server because it kept telling me we cannot connect. So that's why it was like what, 2 hours since this had to come out, but yeah, we're finally here, and I'm excited to get this going. See, the first one is still live apparently, and it hasn't. Yeah, I've had a few comments go on there, but obviously nothing can be said there. It's still going on, but it hasn't stopped yet. It sucks. Yeah, we're gonna continue with this half of Raw, and I'm excited for it because right now we got the Cruiserweight Championship. It's gonna be defended momentarily as Boss Mode goes up against Ross Mackey, the Celtic Guardian.
WWE's most exciting superstars ready to square off here. And there's nothing quite like seeing two superstars settling it in the ring and war.
So there we go. Michael. Sorry about that again. I'm just trying to make sure that everything's good to go. I think it is good to go. And yeah. I'm gonna try to get I was gonna try to get NXT, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to now. But we'll see. You know what? Matter of fact, I think we'll go a little quick on the entrances today. Yeah, but for the title matches, we'll like leave them be. But for the entrances, everybody else will kind of like pick up the pace. So, again, if you don't remember, sorry, I'm walking around and sometimes that string hits the headset. So yeah. But anyways, in the main event tonight, it's going to be Ethan Black. Let me see, who is it again? Ethan Black, Marco, and Bobby Lashley. The winner of that triple threat match will fight Seth Rollins on the next Raw to... Sorry about that, I got a lot of people bugging me right now. But other than that, the winner will take on Seth Rollins on the next episode of Raw. And they'll be fighting for two things. One, the WWE Universal Championship. And number two, being the right to be team captain for Monday Night Raw as Raw takes on SmackDown Live at Survivor Series. I believe you can have an 8-man tag team elimination match, so that's what we're going to do. When will that happen? Not sure, but I'm trying to stream as much as I can. Excuse me. When I have opportunities to. So there's that.
Introducing the challenger from Glasgow, Scotland, weighing in at 205 pounds, Ross Mackey.
We're gonna have a lot to talk about before this match begins.
Introducing the champion from New York, weighing in at 205 pounds, he is the WWE Cruiserweight Champion, the Boss Moore.
So, okay, introductions out the way. Referee's got to raise the title over his head, let everybody know what's on the line. Producers on the stream and WWE Universe in attendance. So now what we're going to say is this. Boss Mode is, right now, now I can say he is the best Cruiserweight Champion we've had on this channel. Period. This guy's held the most title reigns, and he's held it longer. He hasn't held it longer than Gregory Helms, aka Hurricane. But yeah, he's trying to get there. And not only that, but he's been a 2-time world champion, a King of the Ring winner twice, once for SmackDown, and then to win the overall crown, which was undisputed King of the Ring. Yeah, he's done quite a bit. He's had quite a bit of success in his career. And as far as Ross Mackey goes, he has been also successful. He is a Grand Slam champion, WWE Grand Slam champion. He's been a world champion 3 times, 2-time Universal, 1-time WWE. He's been Intercontinental. He's been United States. He's been Raw Tag Team. The only thing right now he's trying to go for, look at, he's WWE Grand Slam champion. Right now he wants to be a Raw Grand Slam champion. And what's the difference between that? Is like, well, because well, since the Cruiserweight title jumps back and forth, whatever title you pull it on pretty much makes you a Grand Slam champion. So right now, if somebody were on SmackDown, they're a Triple Crown winner, they win the Cruiserweight title, then they'll be like a Grand Slam champion on SmackDown. And if they, well, I guess you really can't do it again, but yeah, no, you can't really be a Raw or a SmackDown Grand Slam champion anymore. Kind of, yeah, it just pretty much defeats the purpose. But you know, he can pretty much say that he's held every title that WWE has to offer by winning the Cruiserweight Championship. And he can be one of the very select few who have held every single active title in WWE if he pulls it off here tonight. And let's see, out of everybody that I can possibly think of right now who's held every title, every active title in the WWE right now, if I could think without pulling off or pulling out the phone, would probably just be FRJ. And to put yourself in that company, that's crazy. But you know what? I'll look over. I'm going to pull up my phone real quick, and I'm going to look at the rosters, and I'm going to let you know how many people have held every single title that's active right now. Oh, not going to happen. And as I do that, this match will continue. But yeah, right now, Ross Mackey looks to continue and create history for himself. So yeah, I'm pulling it up right now, and I can say that so far I don't see anybody. And he could be the second person ever to do that right now, as we speak. Now I'm going to look at I looked at SmackDown's roster, and I'm going to look at Raw's. Because on Raw's roster, nope, nobody. So he could be the second person ever to hold every single championship, every active title in the WWE. But he's got to put Boss Mode away right now. One of or in my opinion, the greatest cruiserweight champion we've had on this channel. Now just chewing at the fingers of Ross, the Celtic Guardian. Right now is the Celtic Attacker. Oh, what an X-Plex! Looking to put him away here to retain. Is it enough? He got him. What the hell was that all about? Boss Mode not playing around with anybody. He don't care who you are. He doesn't care about history. He doesn't care about, you know, making a name for yourself in the record books. All he cares about is being the best cruiserweight champion of all time. And at the moment, he's doing pretty good. And I think the ultimate cherry on top is to hold it for the longest out of anybody, period. Bottom line, all time. And putting away Ross Mackey like that, man, he's made a believer out of me times 10. I don't know who is going to put him down, but best of luck. So, no, it's all good though, Speedy, because, hold on.
That's an impressive win right there.
It's all good because, the first live stream that we had, it didn't end, apparently. I don't know how it didn't end, but yeah, I ended it earlier, but then as the last 2-3 hours, 2.5 hours ish, almost 3, it says it's still live. Why, I don't know, but I think it has to do something with the PlayStation. It kept saying that it was overheating for some reason. I was like, okay, well, let me go ahead and shut it down right now before it shuts it down for me, and I don't want to lose any memory or you know, a saved data for that matter. And after that, it wouldn't let me connect to the server to live stream for over almost 3 hours. And now that I'm able to, that's why I'm streaming again. I wanted to get this done earlier, and I wanted to do SmackDown Live NXT. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to NXT today. Yeah, but YouTube is being drunk, sadly, and it kind of sucks because I do want to get a lot done. You know, it's been a while. It's been like I think the last video I saw, it said 4 weeks, so it's been about a month or 28 days, almost a month. But yeah, I wanted to get all that out the way, man. I'm trying to get some things done, and you know, be able to stream. But yeah, so far, excuse me.
California, weighing in at 220 pounds, the Punisher.
Oh, it went down? Damn. Well, I'm glad it's back up. It's crazy. Yeah, it was kind of not that good. So, right now, guys, I'll tell you this, because I have a pretty lengthy, well, I don't really have a good schedule to stream right now, as you may have noticed within the past month, or during May, I've had a little bit of a time struggling to stream. Well, a few times it was kind of like, a few times it was my fault because I wasn't able to do it, but most of the other time it was because I was just busy and I couldn't really, like, I had some work to do. And let me see. The other part was I was sick, so I couldn't really. I wasn't gonna stream because I sound like ridiculous with a plugged up nose and all that stuff, So I wasn't gonna do it from that. I'd say 10% was my fault for not being able to do it because I just didn't feel like doing it that day, or I got lazy. And then I would say 20% of it was because I got sick. That was like a week and a half, and then the rest was just about. So 70% was just working. And yeah, that's about it. I was streaming 2K19. That's crazy, Tasha. I'm glad you're here. Or jumping back and forth. I guess YouTube's all messed up today. Hopefully they fix that by the time I stream again. Which will probably not be today, but probably the next time I stream again. People's videos weren't processed. That's what I was going to do too. I was like, you know what? If I can't stream, I'll just, record the whole thing and then upload it on freaking Share Factory or whatever. But so I guess people's videos weren't processing, then that's not really a problem either. Oh, look at this roll up here. Rusev. Wait, referee's not counting. Come on, referee, count. What are you doing, brother? I mean, just look at this. 1, 2, 3. Did it lag? Because if it lagged, then I got to restart. I'm going to restart it. Restart. Yeah, YT got fixed. You know what? I didn't watch it, sadly. I haven't been watching WWE in a while. I haven't watched in a while. Like, all I know is this. A lot has been happening good in the wrestling world, and a lot not so good for WWE. So that's what I can say. But I heard TakeOver 25 was really great. I heard people were saying that it was better than Double or Nothing, but I can't really say anything. I can't give you my true, honest, unbiased opinion because I didn't watch either Double or Nothing or TakeOver 25. So yeah, I'm gonna just leave it at that. But I could tell you this: both events were heavily loved by the people who purchased or watched them both. So there's that. And I'ma just take it for granted that they're both good. Which one was better than the other? I don't know. I'm not gonna take anyone's word for it because some people have different tastes than I do. So there could be a few matches where I'm like, oh well, they said it was good, but I didn't find out that, and maybe the other show did. So I don't know. Everyone said TakeOver 25 was Triple H's response to AEW, and if that's true, then he had a good response. I'm not sure what the response was. In my opinion, Double or Nothing was better, but TakeOver 25 was really good. So see, that's all that really matters. Watching two good events. If AEW is a little bit better, then that's cool too, because they're up and coming. They're trying to compete. Well, I don't know if they're trying to compete with WWE, trying to be on like airing on Mondays and Tuesdays, like Raw and SmackDown Live. That would be like competing against them, like who can get more viewers on national TV. But I can tell you right now, a lot of wrestlers are freaking. Yeah, they're pretty excited about the direction of pro wrestling is going right now because WWE's been on top for. Let's see, when did WCW died in 2002? So about what? They've been a monopoly for about 17 years. And yeah, that's a long time. Both NXT and AEW are blessed they are, because Raw and SmackDown are just, because Triple H runs NXT, and Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the only way you can have a good wrestling product with WWE related. Raw and SmackDown is Vince is doing, and it's not really. Like, really? Brock Lesnar wins the Money in the Bank? Like, you know how that doesn't make sense? I'll get to that in a second. Cody Rhodes threw shade at Triple H. Yes, I saw that. For sure, I saw that part. I was like, okay, shots fired. Now, you know, that's what I'm talking about. Nigel did a little shot. People said with him saying NXT is wrestling's true alternative. Oh, okay, I can see that. 1-2 kick out. Yeah, that is a good shot. I mean, it's a way to be like, oh yeah, you know, people want an alternative to WWE because they don't like what they're watching. Well, NXT is the alternative. You know, you watch this and boom, boom. But at the end of the day, how is that an alternative? Because those guys that do really good on NXT go up to Raw and SmackDown and become trash. Not Triple H's fault, but it's not really an alternative because I don't know, it just isn't. Not in my perspective, the way I look at it. Here comes the money DDT. That could do it. But yeah, I think that was a good shot that Nigel did. Does it make a lot of sense? Not really. Is it a good shot? Yeah, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes 5 years down the line. Because I think AEW is going to be better than Impact or TNA was when they were like getting ECW ratings from TV. And we'll see. Yeah, the thing with this is like, excuse me. The thing with this is like, okay, Brock Lesnar, they don't know what to, like, I don't know, it doesn't make sense, because like, he barely even know what he was going to do. Oh, I'm going to go to UFC, and I'm going to stay, and I'm going to, you know, he's trying to figure it out, then okay, now I'm staying with WWE, and then he wins the Money in the Bank contract. Like, really? What is he like? Let me see. There you go, Mark Cruz wins. Because for one, my money, who I think they should have had, won Money in the Bank was Drew McIntyre, because Drew McIntyre has the perfect story of redemption. He comes into WWE as the chosen one. Vince McMahon himself says this guy is going to be a future world heavyweight champion. This and that. He goes on to win Intercontinental titles. He goes on to feud with some big names, get big upsets, this and that, la la la. Next thing you know, he has the biggest fall off of all time, and then he comes back to redeem himself. He feuds with Ziggler. He wins the NXT title. He does this and that, and then wins Money in the Bank. Goes on to eventually become Universal Champion, be the top guy on Monday Night Raw. That would have been a perfect story. Hell, even with Mustafa Ali, I don't really care for Ali like that. I know he's a good wrestler. It's just that, I don't know. I like people who could do the whole thing. They could wrestle, they could talk, this and that. Ali, I could watch him wrestle for 20 minutes, 30, 40 minutes, an hour even. I don't know. I just don't care for his mic skills like that. But even I would have been cool with Ali being, you know, Mr. Money in the Bank. But for Brock Lesnar, it doesn't make any sense, like, whatsoever, because for one, he lost to Seth Rollins. He has a rematch clause. So, you know, what are you guys doing with this? Because if Brock Lesnar, let's say, cashes in, but he fails for whatever reason, whether he loses or he wins by like DQ or something like that, you know, where he wins the match but he doesn't win the title, but, you know, when you categorize it as a failed cash-in. So if he does fail, then what? Oh, I got a rematch clause. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, why do we need to keep seeing and feeding this Brock Lesnar whatever? Like, at this point, I'm just confused on what the hell is, what's the point? Like, what the hell is the point? It just, I don't know, it doesn't make sense. Alright, Tashin, see you when you get back. But yeah, to me, it just doesn't make sense. I'm tired of seeing Brock Lesnar compete for the Universal title in this and that. 1, 2, Sammy, oh, doesn't get it. Lars rolls him up now. And you know what, guys? I don't know if you've heard the news, but Lars Sullivan actually deleted his social media accounts. I think it was his Twitter. It might have been all of it. But yeah, he ended up deleting all his, or I don't think all. He deleted some social media accounts. And it's because of his, it's because of what he said in the past. I think there's a lot of things. There was like some racial stuff. There was some, it was like, let's see, I don't know, it's just a bunch of stuff, man. I know the top one that people were mad about was the racial stuff that he said, and that's a no-no. Oh, you know what? Matter of fact, he made fun of who else did he make? He made fun of people with mental illnesses, which really surprised me because when I read about it and I did look into it, he was actually making fun of people who had like anxiety and mental disabilities and illnesses. Now, for me, when I read it, I was like confused because for one, I'm like, well, I have anxiety and I wasn't offended. I just think like, oh, well, he says what he says. I mean, like, what am I going to do about it? Like, he's going to get, like, my comments. Like, if I take it seriously and I wrote to him on, like, Twitter or something like that, my comment would be lost in the shuffle of millions or thousands of others, comments to him on how wrong that is. But, it didn't bother me to that point. I'm just like, I don't know, I just thought it was kind of messed up, like he shouldn't really have an opinion on people that have a mental illness, for that matter. And then karma bit him on the ass, literally like a few years or months later. I forgot when it was posted, because like, what was it, February time, he kind of had an anxiety attack of his own. So yeah, it kind of just backfired and it bit him right on the ass. You know what I'm talking about? And it was just wrong for him to do that. Oh my god. So now the PS4 is too hot again, apparently. So we're gonna have to maybe make a part 3. I think it's because of the rivalry stuff they try to do on here is what messes it up. What's up, Aaron? How you doing, man? Okay, Sammy, you could probably do something now. Oh, here he comes. He gets caught with a freak accident. That could be it. Oh, Big E. Big E breaks the pin. Damn, I thought we were going to see a DQ there. Yeah, he's basically not a good person. Yeah, he's not a good person. And, oh no, he's just not. Plain and simple. That's as easy as you can kind of sum it up. And yeah, deleting his social medias is like the best thing he could do for his career and everybody else that is associated with WWE, because things that Lars Sullivan does on social media, especially with what he said, I don't care how long it was, but yeah, that could lose the WWE sponsorships and things of that nature. My PlayStation does not want to work today because of I think it has to do with the rivalry stuff. When last time, who was it? Nia Jax came out. That's when I started having some. No, it wasn't when Nia Jax. Who was it? It was the third match that happened. Damn, I forgot which one it was, but that's when it started messing up. Here's the hook of the leg, and that could be enough right here. 1, 2, and not yet. What do you think about Sasha Banks returning in the summer? It's her choice. I said in the past, the way she did it is not really professional. Like, it's just like look, okay, yeah, in the main event, Aaron, but like I said, for the way that CM Punk and Sasha Banks have done their business is unprofessional. Like, I can understand their viewpoints, I can understand their frustrations, I'm on both sides basically, if that makes sense. Like, I understand why they did it. I don't knock them for doing it their own certain way, because that's like, especially if you've gone, like for CM Punk, he's gone to Vince and higher ups constantly to try to let him know like something's wrong, and then he took it on himself, like, well, I'll need a break, and yeah, I'm gonna take it with or without your help. I'll let you know. When you call me and you want me back and I'm ready to come back, no problem at all. Sasha, I understand hers again, because hers is more on the creative direction rather than like trying to take care of an injury. And I understand that too, because like, oh yeah, I'm finally going somewhere, and then boom, like you're getting knocked back down. And this goes to, because like what, she's like a 4-time Raw Women's Champion, 3-4-time around there. All her title reigns combined are like about a month and a half. Alexa Bliss's shortest women's title reign was like
Who could forget this?
5 times longer than that. You know what I mean? So I understand both of their concerns. And yes, and Jon Moxley, he did his professionally incorrect. So I give him he gets the biggest amount of respect from me. And I'll be a fan of his like pretty much forever. And you know what? I think Mario told me that Jon Moxley is going to compete for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. So when that happens, I'm going to watch that match just because Jon Moxley's in it. I'm going to support him because he done everything the best way possible. And yeah, I'm excited to see what where his career goes down the line, because man, that dude is one bad man. I'm telling you right now, he is absolutely, like, he's great. I've always enjoyed seeing him compete, especially when, because I'll tell you what, I told people before, well, I don't think I told a lot of you guys before, but I've been excited that when the Shield first debuted, I was like, okay, I don't like John Cena. These guys are going to stop him from winning a couple of world titles, which kind of helped out, but not really, because it's John Cena. He ends up winning titles regardless. But out of all of them, I said, you know what? I think Dean Ambrose is going to be the best guy out of all of them. And look at me now. I'm like a Seth Rollins fan out of all of them. I was like, you know what? Roman's going to win world titles. Dean's going to beat The Undertaker at Mania. Seth's going to be a pretty good Intercontinental champion. And then it kind of... Well, look at that. It kind of came somewhat true. I was wrong about Dean. He did win a world title, because I knew they would all... Well, I didn't think Seth would, but I knew that the other two would win world titles. Roman has won the most so far. Let's see. Dean... He held one. He Grand Slam champion, so he was first one too, so that kind of works out for him. And then Seth is the best overall. Mic, ring, fans-wise, all that stuff. So, you know, nothing to complain about there. Oh yeah, and Roman is the guy to beat Undertaker at Mania. I kind of figured that, like, I said Dean was going to stop the streak. That didn't happen. I think if he did, then he probably would have stayed and he would have had so much more firepower. And it didn't happen. They gave it to Roman, but Brock already beat Taker, so it didn't really matter to anybody at all. So it was like, okay, he beat Undertaker Mania, so who cares? You know what I mean? And oh, no, it's just I was a really big Dean Ambrose fan when he was a part of the Shield. After they all broke up, Seth became my favorite because he had so much charisma, and I don't know, he had a lot. He had a lot of momentum, charisma, and like good storyline and all that stuff. Except for being WWE champion, because they made it. Well, I don't know. He just kind of was like, oh, I need help for every single title defense I had, except for the ones when he fought with Dean, and they fought for the title off the ladder, and Seth came down with it and took the dub. But yeah, and then Dean was just boring, man. He was hella boring, and Roman was just hated. Oh, okay, never mind. Jon Moxley's fighting for the New Japan World Title. Okay, that's the one it is. I think that's Mario told me about. He's fighting for a world title, or he's fighting for a title in Japan. I don't know which one it is. So, guys, if you don't remember here, this triple threat match is to see who takes on Seth Rollins on the next episode of Raw for two things. One, the WWE Universal Championship, and number two, to be the team captain of Monday Night Raw as they take on Team SmackDown Live. And right now, these are the top three competitors. And as follows, it goes Bobby Lashley number 1, Ethan Black number 2, Marco number 3. And yeah. Excuse me. Here we go, guys. I'll tell you this. Basically, it's like whoever's Universal Champion is team captain for Raw. And then we're going to assemble the teams. Yeah, by the next Raw episode, we should have the teams assembled to let you all know the matches for Survivor Series. And then boom, be all good. What up, Lethal? What is your question? Oh yeah, I think I ended up allowing your request to follow me on Instagram a while back, so yeah, it's all good. You remember you can message me there for like Money in the Bank stuff whenever you decided would be the time for you to do that. What up, Charles? Vegas was cool. It was what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? Did something happen after you beat Mojo Rawley? No, nothing happened. Vegas was cool. You know, we ended up having well, it was for my sister mainly because she does cheer competitions and she'll go to like San Jose or well, she hasn't gone one for LA yet. I think that's going to be one of the next ones coming up. But she's been to Frisco and San Jose and now Las Vegas and, you know, things like that. So we went there, and the first day we got there, it was pretty cool. We took a plane. It was an hour long, so it wasn't too bad, you know. I'm afraid of heights. I climb off the third, fourth step on a ladder, and I get like dizzy, and I'm like, oh man, I gotta get down, you know. And when we went on the plane, it didn't bother me. I thought it was gonna be way worse, but no, it was good. Yeah, it didn't bother me at all. It bothered everybody else that they said, oh yeah, I'd love to go on a plane. They go on a plane. Oh my god, man, it's scaring us. I'm like, it's not so bad, you know. So the plane ride was cool. We got there and we had the hotel, it was a hotel. I forgot the name of it, but it was pretty cool. It had like 25 floors. It was all right. We ended up gambling there for a while. I didn't do too good. I lost like $90 the whole trip there. So I mean, it wasn't that bad of a loss if you think. Well, yeah, it wasn't that bad of a loss because there are people there that were losing thousands of dollars. There's somebody that went there and he won actually quite a bit. He put $1,600 on the table. He walked away with like $3,200, and yeah, he doubled his money. I was like, damn, that's crazy. And there were people that were losing hell way more than me. They threw down $500, rolled the dice, crapped out, and then just walked away like, oh, next time. You know what I mean? It was funny, man. It was funny seeing that kind of stuff. So I lost $90. That's not that bad, and I don't really gamble like that anyways. So it didn't really bother me anyways, you know. Where did we stay at Vegas? I forgot the place, man. I forgot what it's called. It was all right though. I know my family wanted to go to the Trump Tower because it's like the biggest building in Las Vegas. But no, we didn't end up going there. I think it was too expensive. No, it wasn't too expensive. I think they were booked like completely. They were all like, it was all taken, so we didn't get a chance to go there. We went to the Strip where they have all the freaks there, you know what I mean? And I mean, that was pretty fun. What they called it? They called it the something experience. It's on my Instagram. But yeah, it's I'll tell you, the Express experience or something like that. Not the Viking experience, like some of you guys are probably gonna say. I guarantee. Let me see. I'm gonna go to my Instagram right now. Actually, I'll tell you what it's actually called. They call it the Strip though for short. Let's see, Fremont Street. There it is, the Fremont Street experience. That's what it was. We ended up going there, and it was pretty cool, man. You know, they had. Well, I'm gonna try to. I know there's probably some kids in here, so I'll say it like this. They've had some ladies there who were dressed inappropriately. That you know, they want you to come take pictures with them. They had guys wearing butt floss. If you don't know what that is, that's thongs, and you don't want to see that. I didn't even know what the hell was going on. I said, no, I'm going. You guys can keep going that way. I'm going that direction because that's away from them. And there were some superheroes there. There were some superheroes or heroes, for that matter. I got to take a picture with Spider-Man and Captain America. Got to hold Captain's shield. Deadpool, Pennywise, Michael Myers. I know Bruce would like to see Michael Myers. Let's see, who else was there? They had a guy who... wait a minute, one kick out. They had a guy who dressed up as... I don't know, he dressed kind of funny. And basically, his whole shtick was like, go F yourself. So he had a sign that said, go F yourself, and anybody who came by, he'll flip them off or say, hey you, like, what's up? Go F yourself. Like, you know, I'm being PG with it. So, yeah, just thought I'd let you guys know that. Here comes Ethan. Oh, man. Nice way to potentially close this match away, but instead he's just trying to get all hyped up still. And Lashley was trying to go for that spirit. Oh, okay. Yeah, so the PS4 is kind of overheat. I don't know. It doesn't overheat at all, and I don't understand that. But we're going to still go until this thing either shuts us down or whatever. Here comes Lashley. Oh, what an overhead German suplex. Did we do this? The music show on the screen? We missed that, and we didn't get to stay for the next top of the hour because one of our family members was kind of like misbehaving, and it was embarrassing, so we kind of had to take them home back-to-back nights. And yeah, that's why we didn't get a chance to enjoy the Fremont experience, if you will. So it kind of sucked for that matter. And I mean, it is what it is. I can't really do anything about it. But next time, I'm going to enjoy the Fremont experience and see everything. I'm going to zip line. I'm going to do all that stuff. Here comes Ethan with the black drive, looking to get an opportunity. Hold on, wait a second. This might be the last blue screen we get. Looking to advance to Raw next week. He does! And there we go. We finally cap it off. So now we know that it's going to be Seth Rollins and Ethan Black, WWE Universal Championship in the main event on the next episode of Monday Night Raw. And if Ethan wins, he will be the team captain for Monday Night Raw, and he will be Universal Champion. That is going to be a match he's been looking forward to seeing and having for quite some time. And Lashley didn't get a chance to put or save the matchup because he was outside there. And Marco, man, I feel sorry for him because he landed on his neck pretty bad.
Here is your winner, Ethan Black.
Jasmine does not have a match. This is the main event, by the way. So yeah, maybe next time, I think, for sure. Let's see. See you soon, Seth. Hell yeah, the 3 S's. See you soon. Or, well, you get what I mean. Good luck, Aaron. This is going to be a critical moment in your career, and I think you could do it. So, let's see. I think that was pretty much it with the Fremont experience. We drove like a old school Mustang from like the 80s. Like Full House. You know that Mustang they drive on the San Francisco Bay Bridge? We got to drive that one. It was like, well, not that exact one, but similar model. Painted red, same color, you know. What else did we do at Vegas? You know what? I don't know. I'm trying to think because we saw the cheer, we gambled, we went to Fremont Street Experience. Oh, we went to White Castle. That was cool, but their burgers are hella small. They're like the size of your palm. So like, I ate like 6 of them. To that equals 2, I think. I don't even think it equaled 2. It's probably like 1.5. I think that was it. Cause on Monday we woke up at like 6 in the morning to go catch our plane, and yeah. Oh, okay, so potential rivalries. See, the potential rivalries made the PlayStation overheat, I guess. Well, I don't know. It kind of sucked. How it kind of kept messing up a little bit. Yeah, the sliders, White Castle sliders, you know, those little tiny hamburgers with cheese or onions and stuff like that, whatever they put in it. I can't really think of anything else we did. Oh, I went to the gym every day I was there. They had oh man, that gym was dope, man. Especially at night. That thing went hard. Nobody was ever really in there. Let's see what else I did. Well, I think that was it for Vegas. So, I think, yeah, about a week ago, me, my brothers, and a couple of friends that we hang out with, we all went to the club. And we there's some clubs here that allow 18 years and up, so that was pretty fun. I may or may not tell you guys about that, who knows? Well, unless you're interested. For another time, of course, but yeah. So that's pretty much a little bit of what was happening while I was gone. The rest was kind of like just busy with work and being sick, and that's about it. So yeah. I'm going to try to get SmackDown going. Hopefully, I'm going to try to make sure there's no potential rivalries and start another one. But, yeah. Until then, guys, stay tuned. I'll see you in the next one. Until the next one, have a great one. For now, that's it. So, cut, and that's a wrap.